All right. Yeah, I think that should be fun. Alright. Go to the Forest of Myth.
You hunted down the... and it looks like you found a... They say boars become tame, apparently.
Oh, cool. Oh, boy. Yeah, like... I do want to head back to Jump Keep so I can upgrade my weapon, or at least see if I can upgrade my weapon. Alright. There we go. Really, that dude's dog, I think, is out here too. No,
Would that be the canine?
not the Doge. Oh, poor dog. Go.
It's the missing dog. That poor old man's gonna be pretty upset. We should at least give him a proper burial. Hey, wait. I think the dog has something in his mouth. It's some kind of leaf.
This is a rather dangerous location for leaf hunting. I wager this decision cost the animal its life.
Well, the least we can do is bring it back to the old man. It's too bad about that poor dog. This is gonna be hard for that old-timer to deal with.
Be they dog or man, no living thing can escape their ultimate fate.
That include you, Vice?
In truth, I have never considered the question. I suppose at some point in time I may simply wink out of existence.
Well, that sounds horrible.
Say,
Yeah?
see here, lad. If I ever find myself departing this world,
Quit being morbid, Vice. Besides, you can't die. You're made of paper.
one can always hope, I suppose.
Damn. Thunder and hard out. Dealt the fear of
doesn't talk
scorn
about
crossbows
Rome as much
on
these days.
master. It's going good.
Jacob?
I'm just playing some Nier.
Yeah?
Can you read me a story?
In a bit, okay? I've got a customer right now. How can I help? Need some work done on your weapon?
Strengthen weapon. It's forging. Oh wait. Need some allies and more stripped bolts. But I have plenty of broken arms.
Come back.
Just
How?
fine, though.
Need some work done on your weapon?
Yeah, it's going good so far, Craig. I'm just chilling out with this game. Very light. Full oath. Goat hide. Crystals as well. Rusted. Stick in here. I just need to go get some more strip
Come on.
bolts. Let's save real quick. Wasn't ladder for a sec. Enemies respawn? Hope so. Oh, they do. Okay. It's the middle board. Not really what I need. Let's go further down. I want to stay up here. This doors aren't open yet now. I'm gonna guess it's gonna pull a Nier Automata and make me come all the way back through the rest of this place again later. There's so many doors that are locked and I can't access yet. They get stuck in? No, it's another elevator. I couldn't go through that way before. I guess this strip bone's only from the yellow one. Broken arm, Vincent metal core. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Try. Items. All materials. Titanium alloy, strip bolt, machine part. Gotcha. Don't know. Okay. I just gotta figure out how to get the strip bolt so I can farm them. Yeah, strip bolt. Exactly what I need. I want more of that car to be so loud going down my road. Whatever. That way it is. It's already something to go back that way. There is. Okay. I don't know if this is at all making it faster. It's obviously holding forward makes it faster. It's if it does anything. I hate this part of the dungeon. It's so boring. Well, that wasn't as chaotic as it originally was. And she just standing there around the corner. It's fine. Oh, I forgot there's a hole there. Oops. Oh, just made it. This is supposed to take me to the boss, or what's gonna happen when I go there? Be cool if I could fight the boss again. Nah, he's dead still. Surface. I forget how many bolts I needed. I think I only need a few more. Let me go to check. I think I needed like 10, I think. I think it, go ahead.
Chick,
How can I need some work done on your weapon?
I need 10, so I need
Come
2
back.
more. That's really annoying, the fact that I just need to farm these things. Greg, if you're still there, how's the audio? So I don't want it to be too overpowering on my voice or whatever. Got what I needed. Alright, now I'm out of here. Oh wait, I could just sit at the doorway there and just farm? I didn't know that. I'll keep that in mind. Just in case I need more strip bolts later. I don't think I will, but just in case. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun.
How need some work done on? Come back.
Alright, there we go. Now I gotta head back into town. Her dog. Another port. Oh. Oh, he's fast. Let's go. This is sick. Okay, maybe he's a little too fast. Apparently can't go any further. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I have a better way to travel now. That's good. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey,
I'll make the time.
I was hoping you could go to the area and get an.
Oh, I already have one.
The
Come on. Jay,
you take.
I got you.
Thank you. And here we go. Could you bring this to my grandmother for me? She'll probably.
Sure thing. Hey, I heard you.
Wait, you want to hear us sing? Popol has been swamped lately, so I haven't sung with her in forever. But hey, if she's up for it, I'm willing. Which job should I give you first?
Merchant in town.
Some guy in Seafront wants to become a big-time trader. Whatever works, I guess. He's waiting by the port over there. I wrote down the client's location on your map.
Gotta go talk to old man over here.
Excuse me, have you seen the old man who lives here?
You mean Granddad? He passed away. His heart finally gave out on him.
Oh man. Looks like he went with his best friend after all. Here, hold on a second. His dog had this leaf in his mouth when we found him.
That's the herb Granddad used for his heart medication. Max must have been fetching it for him. Well, I suppose I owe you a great deal. I can't give you much, but I hope you'll accept this.
Poor dog. Yeah, I'll
Such
take
a
gold.
faithful animal.
You think Max and Granddad are together in heaven?
I do. I'm sure of it.
Poor dog.
Excuse me.
I don't think so.
When I got home, I found a note from him that said he was leaving and not to look for him. What if he's left the village? Please, you have to help me. My son shouldn't be too hard to spot. He wears a very odd hat.
Okay. If I see him, I'll let him know his father is worried about him.
There's a very odd hat.
Ma'am,
Oh, what a nice young man you are. I've been just sick as a dog lately. Why, just this morning I woke up and found a giant.
Oh, okay. I'd better get going. You take care of yourself.
You've been such a great help lately. Here's a little something for you.
Go. 2K gold, hog. Damn, what the fuck? Supposedly the XP amount to advance in HR or high rank and rise is 4 times more than it was in World, apparently. It's ridiculous.
Can I ask you a favor, Popola?
Sure, what?
I heard you and Devila used to sing together at...
Oh, goodness. Well, yes, it's true we used to sing there, but I haven't done that in some time.
Too busy?
That's part of it. But also, I need a certain drink before I can sing in public. I'm a little shy, if you know what I mean.
Well, that should be no problem, right? It's a tavern after all.
Actually, the stuff I like to drink is pretty rare. Still, they used to order it from the tavern in Seafront from time to time, so you could try asking there.
I guess I'm heading that way anyway. Plenty of things I gotta do out that way. Guessing we'll explore that stupid house that was sitting there with all the spiders. Nope. Dog. I want to be able to pet the dog. Can't pet the dog. I don't even remember where I found the egg. Unless I just accidentally found it at some point. I can fight this big guy now, maybe. Just killing all the deer. Oh! Oh god, rip apart. That makes more sense. The sea. Weapons, magic, 2 physical strength. Very neat. Drop anything? Give me words. See. So is all this stacked together? Just experience level. It's level attack. It's magic attack. Do you know my magic's higher than my he gives paralyzed too. Some magic. I'm gonna go explore this house real quick. Earn money to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. No. Disappears so quick. so... I like how there's just like no music here. It's so eerie. Huh. Back here at some point. Weird. Where are you? This is just no board here, I guess. Wrong way. Got one on here, I might as well grab that earring, whatever else. Because I do want to hear Pablo and Devil, I think her name is? I think it's Devil.
Man, I am starving.
A city of this size must have some manner of eatery nearby.
So we're gonna look for the tavern. Not sure where the tavern is.
We got the...
There's 6 more. Yes. Speed fertilizer versus I don't really buy fertilizer. Where the tavern is.
Nope.
Her sword, once owned by a woman, is impossible to beauty. They begged her. I don't want that one.
Thank you.
I expect it would be around here somewhere. Not anywhere around. I would expect it to be at least marked, but stuff is really what I'm looking for.
Hey, are you the kid who ran away from home?
Huh? Oh man, how'd you...
Your father's worried sick about you. Why'd you leave anyway?
Because he wants me to, like, take up the family business. And I ain't doing it, man. I'm a rebel.
Yes, we can see that. Well, perhaps you should let your father know that you're alive and well, and also explain to him why you left.
Oh man, why do people always gotta hassle me? Yeah, alright, I'll do it.
But first, you gotta do something for me, man. The guy who runs the tavern's been helping me since I got here. And I want to give him something nice. I was thinking I could, like...
If it'll get you back home to your father sooner, then fine.
This guy, man, he don't eat nothing but fish. All the time, every day. Fish, fish, fish. So I was thinking he might, like, want to try eating meat or whatever. You know, for a change. So, could you get me, like, 5 pieces of mutton and 3 pieces of goat meat? I can find the pans and spoons and stuff, so just bring the meat to his place whenever, man.
Looks like we've got everything the runaway kid asked for.
Back.
You seem to be...
Oh, I am. My new flower shop is already far more successful than I ever dreamed.
Really?
I was in trouble before, but I think I've got a good foundation here. In fact, I want to ask my girlfriend in the area to come live with me here. It's the least I can do after all I put her through. The only problem is I don't really have time to go all the way over there.
Sounds like it's time sensitive. Want me to deliver?
Oh, really?
Oh, he is sure. This lad loves nothing more than meddling.
Excellent. Well, my girlfriend lives near the chief's house. Give her this Phrygia with the letter, okay? I really wanted to give her a lunar tear, but I did manage to cultivate a Phrygia. She's always liked Phrygias. So,
Cultivating lunar tears must require a remarkable amount of work.
Yeah, even so. It's nice that guy works so hard to be able to invite his girlfriend out to join him.
But who can say if said girlfriend honestly wanted to wait?
What do you mean?
Surely the woman desired to live with him, did she not?
Well, probably, yeah. But he wasn't able to make it happen. That's why he left her in the village.
It would have been difficult, yes, but perhaps preferable to a life of solitude. Why did they not think about how much time and distance would separate them?
It doesn't matter anymore. They'll be able to see each other just fine soon enough.
Let us hope this is the case.
Where the timber? Six goat meats. I have a nut. I'm just not white.
if you're ready... Come back.
There. I really don't know where the tavern is in this.
Why do all men have to be so... No, never.
That's it.
Hi, are you the guy who's taking care of that runaway?
Runaway? What are you talking?
It would seem we've been...
You've gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Still, I guess we can tell his father he's alive at least. Excuse me, do you know Popola? I'm trying to find a drink she likes.
Sure, I know Popola, and I know the drink too. Sadly, I don't have the ingredients on hand. It's a bit of a special brew.
Oh, that's too bad.
But if you wanted to fetch me those ingredients, I'd be happy to whip some up for you, on the house.
Great. What do you need?
That's 5 lizard tails and 5 mouse tails.
No, I mean, what?
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but those are the ingredients.
Well...
All I have. 4 mouse tails, 2 lizard tails. So I got to go get the ingredients. Well, guess we're heading back. Intense gluttony, increase subscription. Oh. It's fair. Just do it. Yeah, you have to give me anything else for killing that dude. Besides probably XP.
Hey there.
No, I have.
He's in Seafront. Or he was.
Oh, crud. Let me guess. That boy is. Well, he's a bit of a dirty liar. I probably should have mentioned that.
So that whole story was a setup. He sent us on.
Since I cannot imagine you letting this go, perhaps we should return to Seafront? There may still be a lead or two left to pursue.
Good idea. We can't let him get a. What's wrong?
How can a son bring so much despair to his family? He seems completely ignorant of the pain he has caused. It's deplorable.
I love it when you sound like a grumpy old man, Vice.
Perhaps I only sound that way because I have existed since time immemorial.
How old are you anyway?
You know, I'm not exactly sure.
They say memory loss is a sign of old age.
Well, it's still preferable to being a deplorable liar like that son.
Read that before again. Here he is. Let's go, buddy. There's that.
Get out of my way! I have to save Yona!
Calm down. You cannot prevail if you are blinded with rage.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Wait, I've already played for 30 minutes? Oh yeah, I've already played for almost an hour. It's getting time.
Beware the word.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind. It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined that the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. He stared at the mayor. His mouth twitched slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
It's weird how it's like a weird fourth wall break. Set his mouth into an embarrassing grimace, then quickly changed the subject to Koma had seen, what I have discussed since coming to the
Something
village.
there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Koma and Weiss racked their brains, but couldn't find an easy solution. There were simply too many words to consider to bring them shuddered in this
Grimoire
conversation.
Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose words carelessly seemed to shrink
It does
his
not
pride.
seem to sting my pride, you
What's up,
gas
Phoenix? How you
bag of a
doing?
narrator.
Why is he talking to the narrator? I'm so confused.
It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing.
I don't know. You might want to ask the Nier community, because that's kind of their problem right now.
Just leave me alone already.
I might have to turn down my game audio. I think it's too loud, but I could be wrong. Although I like that. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Koma like a gin. Wait, said Koma suddenly. Did someone just say... I guess I believe so. Whatever. Well, the villager told us to watch for contagious words, right? The mayor leaped forward with a renewed interest, pushing startled Weiss aside in the process. You must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It's about dreaming or something that dreams, or... Oh, who the hell was it? Sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Koma's face suddenly lit up. I remember, those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Koma. That sounds right, he says, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered onto the ground. My nuts also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing he heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've been doing nothing but study the disease we call Death Dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace across his face. I should probably be taking the notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escape this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I would know about it. He paused for a moment, his eyes unfocused, staring at nothing. I don't know, it's my Xbox open, but why does the phone... Are you part of the Insider? Because if you're an Insider, that would mean that you get the early builds, and that means you'll probably need more updates more often. I would double check and see if you're still part of the Insider program, if you are, because that could be causing it. Then I don't know, they must be... Well, there was another big update recently with the whole Discord integration. I don't think I have it on mine anymore, but like below your party and stuff here, there should be a try Discord tab, and they've been throwing it out to a bunch of the Xbox insiders, but if you're not part of it, then you probably won't be affected by it. So they've been doing a bunch of like integration stuff recently, so... My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It was like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of their lives. Maybe, who knows. I just want us to be whole again, I want us to be free, and I won't stop trying until it happens. Koma nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod? Look, if we can be in need of help, Koma said, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from Koma to the mayor and then back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seem to be surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? Yeah, that's fair. Felix, yeah. I forgot you had that one. Or at least we're working on it. The mayor slowly raised his head, realization was dawning on his face. Oh my god, you're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Koma and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Koma faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Koma's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in. Sorry, had to yawn. Find the exit and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed to be determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he had been forced to steady himself through on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was providing to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Koma to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Koma snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Koma leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony Cacophony of insects spring to life. I've never heard before. Very imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out in a volume that rattled his teeth. Almost slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Koma could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then just as Koma's ears seemed to ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listening to the creatures of the woods. Zree, 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 zree. An insect symphony dimmed another decibel. Koma began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. Oh, now this music's familiar. One with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my ages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key of getting out of this place. Then I'll leave it to you to answer. 1 is lacking, 2 is ideal, 3 is dangerous. Secret seesaw. Answer is... I don't know. When Koma came to, he was once again surrounded by the sounds of insects. The cries of the insects creating words he had heard from somewhere before. Oh, it just repeats me? Oh, fuck. Secret. Inward furious that Weiss left the task to him, Koma sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret, right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as they began. The forest undergrowth parted before Koma like a rippling wave opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, we said with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Koma moved on new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the dangerous undergrowth and gave him greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest had accepted us, huh? Koma, said Koma after a bit. We spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. Dude, this is just like completely different from the entire rest of the game. As we finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Koma picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together and formed words. I enter the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Koma gritted his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but I break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss, I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Koma, awakening Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glance in the direction of his friends. This is just like an entire like novel. Like I'm not even playing the game anymore. Glancing over the direction of his friend's extended hand, we saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Someone walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute, a solid banging, the door cracked open. A small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Koma began, but before you could any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. Oh my gosh. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but at the end of the night with 3, what am I? Koma tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing here, but simply repeated the question. We wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss. It seems that we must answer another riddle. Dude, like, this is not how the game is usually, like, I was not expecting this part of the game. I'm just going on reading all this. Yeah, I suppose, said Koma. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon. At the end, at the night with 3, what am I? Oh, what the fuck? Four legs in the morning and 2 at noon. At the end of 3. This one's weird. I'm just gonna say a man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke with a single word. Correct. Okay, apparently it was a man. I don't know how that makes sense. Unless it's at that point, it's like you're crawling out of bed. Then you stand up. Yeah, it made 0 sense. But trust me, even the game that like came after this game is just like, you know. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Koma. The small man slowly shook his head. I'm not the mayor you know, not listen to my words. Long ago I saw a vision of you that was not yourself. Sorry. What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you for cracking the seal of the death dream. You must go now. Go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned in his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Koma watched, the mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Koma and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to him. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His hand grasped Koma's left hand, grasped Koma's, and then pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right hand seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Koma withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Koma filled him in on the details. While the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Koma cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Because you're in this cradle and cease you're in this cradle and go to sleep full. Fighting against the rules of this place is ability itself. Koma and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, Weiss? It is words that control the daydream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they may seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, our trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were caught off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Oh my god, finally I'm actually playing the game. That sucked, okay. Koma shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once and then again, as not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village. I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Koma and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some time getting used to, said the mayor, with a worried smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Weiss. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying in unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are strapped in the death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the forest, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained, when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Koma and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seems a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, it's certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Koma mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. Koma tried to keep a straight face, but failed, and the mayor didn't seem to. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figured it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Koma gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words, and what exactly is going on here? That riddle could prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Thank you so much.
Oh my god, I can stop reading.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Alright. William O'Brien. Well, apparently I got my next magic. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Oh, it's actually like the version that we got in Nier.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Alright, let's go save real quick. Yeah. Alright, let's go this way. Very curious. Well, that's kind of lame. It's like really nothing here.
And another victim.
Oh no, I'll pass that dream. Y'all can enjoy your dreams. I'm not stepping into anything like that anymore. Alright, well, I'm going back to my village. Y'all can have fun with your dreams. I don't want to deal with it.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Nice. Alright, I gotta ride the boar. Gotta ride the good boy. It's probably the best thing I've unlocked so far. It's great. Run over as many sheep as I want. Oh! Ow. Oh, that works. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Well, there were sections back in Nier Automata that had visual novels, but technically speaking, this is a remake, so this came before Nier Automata, so I guess they improved on that. I'll be honest, that is probably the worst section of the game. At least they could have done is had it all voice acted. I wouldn't mind if it was all voice acted, but it was weird how they put it in like a...
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something alright.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick, after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days.
I don't know if she is in this game, but I mean, it's huge spoilers alone, so I won't say it, but there is like a huge thing behind this character, Popola, and she has a twin called Devila, which is in another location of the village. But they serve a big role in the actual lore of the game, so. But I can't say what it is because it's huge in terms of like how I think Nier Automata looks at these characters. So
I'm starting to get a little worried. So maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got
it. So what I do need to go do is I need to go grab lizard tails and I need to go grab mouse tails. Or at least I need one mouse tail, and I think I need like 3 lizard tails, I think. But yeah, it isn't the first time I've seen Popola. I will tell you this right now, Phoenix. If you think anything is really confusing in this game, then it's worth noting that the games like before and after are even more confusing.
Boat everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
check my. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, lore of this game and its franchise is ridiculous. Come here, I want your tail. Oh, as in just drops, or... I know they had their prime thing, or I thought it was the prime. Not sure about the drops. Actually, let's load into this area here first real quick. So I can load back in and get another lizard. Overall, gladly take that. Lizard, here, little buddy. I want your tail. Oink. Alright, we're good on lizard tails. Alright, I need to go grab one more mouse tail. Level up. Back. Alright. I gotta head back over to the junk heap and quickly grab a mouse tail. Really do wish this had a fast travel system in this game, but unfortunately, nope. I can do immune submissions now and earn 3 more Splitgate drops. Oh boy. You're a big boy. Alright. Oh, ow. That works. It's whatever. Why don't you just shoot? That's your Among Us. Yeah, no, I saw that Sam was wanting to do something with that. I might join, I don't know. C10 EST, what would that be CST? Do you know right off the top of your head, Phoenix? CST, what is it now? 7. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
How can I need some work done on your weapon?
Let's see what it takes to upgrade. Need another titanium alloy, dented metal bat, and a simple machine. Where to get all that? Appreciate it. Save real quick before I start my way back. So far, this is easily my favorite song on this game. So. Can't just jump off and it pisses me off. What about this then? Yeah. Nice. Thank you, boy. Appreciate it. Oh, we load him up. Dun, 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 dun. One start up there while we start heading back towards the seafront. I had the boar in this place too. Great.
Make
Actually, I don't need that.
Come back. We've got.
Oh. Tell you what, I need to go check on. I need to go check on my wheat. Grown. Might just have to water it a little bit. Turn a whole ass vase onto it. Do I have mail? Dear Koma, today was awesome. Koma made me this huge cake that was really yummy. Everyone in the village and wished me a happy birthday. It's fun. I feel like a princess or something. I don't feel sick today at all. In fact, I almost forgot I had this disease. So maybe you can forget about it and come back home now. Scratch my face for a second.
Why not fill your... I hope...
I thought you wanted to talk to me. Request, but... it's not. Anyway, let's head to seafront. Whatever. Talk to him in a moment, but I know where he is. Yeah, head in here and grab the drink.
Here's your ingredient.
Oh, it tastes just as extreme as it looks. Popola's the only Anyway, tell Popola I'll have this stuff sent over to the village as soon as it's ready, okay?
Got it.
A drink with a lizard's tail inside certainly sounds impressive.
Yeah, Popola's really something when she starts drinking.
Surely you jest.
No joke. Once she got so plastered, she practically destroyed the shop. Knocked down a wall and everything.
Does alcohol affect Devla in the same manner?
Devla's more of a lightweight. If she has even a little, she starts acting all cute and meowing like a kitten.
Devla? For true?
For true.
Alcohol is a fearsome chemical indeed.
Hey there.
Well, we have a local special, but lately I've had trouble It's pretty much all anyone here wants to eat. So if we don't secure a better supply, my business is gonna go under.
Well, that's terrible.
Would you? I need 10 medicinal herbs, 10 bags of wheat, and 10 sardines.
Oh my
If you can
God.
find all that, I'll make it worth your while.
Quite the fucking hole I need to bring, but anyway, talk to this dude with the bag.
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What happened?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back.
Oh God.
I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
Okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, alright?
I'm willing to bet that man knows more about his absconding than he's letting on.
Hey there, I'm, looking for a woman carrying a red bag.
Are you now? Interesting. Did something happen to her?
She hasn't been home and her husband's worried. Do you know anything about where she might be?
Trouble in paradise, is it? Oh, those two never change. Anyway, the short answer is no. She hasn't been around here either. Though come to think of it, she always got on well with the woman over at the tackle shop. Maybe you should try her?
I'll do that. Thanks.
Hey, what's the rush? You've got a cute face. Why not sit here and join me for a round? Or 3?
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not old enough to drink.
Tackle shop.
Hey there, do you know a woman with a red bag by any chance?
A red bag? Oh, sure. Although now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Last time she came around, she mentioned something about leaving town. But I figured it was just idle talk.
Leaving town, huh? All right, thanks for your time.
If she has truly left this charming hamlet, finding her may prove most difficult indeed.
I just hope she hasn't been attacked by shades or anything.
You're looking for a kid who ran away from home? There was a strange kid asking people questions earlier. I think he was trying to learn how to get into Facade.
Facade, huh?
And now I need to roll my way all the way back. But they just give me a fast travel system to make so much. Oh.
Something about that shade seems rather odd.
What? Uh-oh.
Hey, look at...
It is identical to the red Perhaps it belongs to his spout.
Oh no.
I fear it likely, lad. I sense no other activity in the immediate vicinity. We were too late.
Well, this is terrible.
However difficult it may be.
Well, that's unfortunate. There's a boar here. I didn't know that. He looks just like a rock. So hard to see him. I hate that though. It's so dark. It looks like a rock.
Hey, did you find my... We didn't, but... Oh no, this is hers.
So our fears were correct.
Oh God, how could this happen to her? This is all my fault.
Oh, dude.
If I may, my good man, why did your wife leave home in the first place?
It's because I
think we should give him some time to...
Is that her?
Honey, I'm home. Good heavens, you're a wreck. What's wrong?
Dumpling, you're not dead.
What in the world are you talking about? Oh, you found my bag. Thank you so much. I can't believe I went and dropped it like that.
Oh, this is such a relief.
Okay, seriously. What's going on? I see. So, you found a shade with my bag and assumed I'd been attacked and killed?
I'm just glad you're safe, Dumpling, but I'm also so sorry. This is all my fault. Oh, if I didn't eat that apple you were saving. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot! Listen, I promise I'll never eat anything of yours again. You just promise never to run away from home again, okay?
Run away? Have you lost your mind? I just went to visit my parents.
Huh?
I told you about this. Going to see my family, gone for a week. Remember? Ugh, are you serious right now? Why don't you ever listen to me?
Lad, my brilliant intuition suggests we should beat a hasty retreat from these two with all speed.
Oh, hey, I have to go pick up a fish from the fish store.
I can't believe you didn't listen to me, and you ate my apple.
You...
What? Oh, like you're some perfect angel. You didn't even care enough about our anniversary to hang on to your bag. You, kid, I'm right about this, yeah? If anyone's wrong here, it's my what?
Wait, you're asking... Well, an anniversary gift is an important thing. You probably should have taken better care of it.
Oh, so I'm the... Is this fun for you two? Do you like ganging up on a poor innocent woman? Ooh.
What? No!
Besides, it's pretty rich to come after me for an apple when you threw away my entire stamp collection.
Ha! You're damn right I did. And I'd do it again. You are nothing but a hoarding slob. You there! My husband's in the wrong here, isn't he?
Pardon, but madam, I... Oh, enough. The both of you are at fault. Now apologize to one another and end this ridiculous display.
Big talk for a floating magazine.
I see you finally agree on something.
Big talk for a floating magazine. An hour later.
Do you not even understand how frustrating this is, you colossal oaf? This is exactly what I hate about you.
Fine, hate me. I'll still sleep like a baby knowing I'm not an unreasonable hag like you.
Vice, what do I do?
You turn on your heel and walk away as fast as your legs can.
That's it. Instead of belittling me, why don't you get a proper job? Everyone in the neighborhood treats me like dirt, and it's all because of my unemployed slob of a husband.
Actually, I have a job now.
Wait, you what? You're kidding. Why didn't you tell me? That's great.
Well, I sort of wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, you big silly Billy. Well, this calls for a celebration. Come on, I'm going to bake you a nice apple pie.
Okay.
I have no idea what just transpired, but it has utterly exhausted me.
Well, looks like they made up, so all's well that ends well?
In the course of all that madness, I have forgotten why we even came here in the first place.
Oh, heck, the canal! We need to ask him about the canal!
I can't thank you enough for all your help.
Sure, but listen, we need to talk to you about the canal.
All right! That's why you came here in the first place, huh? Well, now that my love life is rolling in clover again, I'd be more than happy to get going on the canal work.
Heavens, that was exhausting.
Tell me about it. Anyway, let's go give Popola an update.
You better watch yourself around that old lighthouse, lady.
Alright, well, oh, certainly interesting.
The couple with the red bags were a strange pair indeed.
Just the board.
It boggles the mind to think their relationship can persist despite such intense squabbling.
Well, they looked pretty happy in the end, at least.
Okay, I mean, not
Maybe the
right
secret to
over
living a
here.
happy life is sharing your feelings, even when they're sort of mean and weird.
If you adopt such a strategy, I may leave for groceries one day and never return.
Let's see if we can get them two to sing together.
Goodness. It sounds like the canal repairman had quite the problem on his hands. I'm glad everything turned out all right. Thank you so much for your help.
Don't mention it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the canal turns out. If you need anything else from us, just say the word.
Thanks, Gat. Hey, wait!
Huh?
I almost forgot. Yona is looking for you.
Oh?
She said she needed something from you. Time to go play Big Brother for a bit, huh?
I guess so. Thanks, Popola.
Oh wait.
Hey, Popola. The tavern's got your drink.
Oh, that's great. Let me get Devila and then we'll head on over.
Let's go.
Well, that was fun. Hopefully it won't be so long until the next time.
Heavens, what a thrill. I had no idea those two had that in them.
Me neither.
Yay, you're back.
Popola said you needed something?
Yeah, a favor, actually.
What is it? I can't help if you don't tell me, sis.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
I'm ready, Yona.
I need you to help my friend.
Your friend?
Yep, I have a friend, and we've been writing each other letters.
Seriously?
A pen pal. How delightful.
So who is this friend?
Well, he's kinda...
He? It's a guy?
Yes, and he's sick and in a whole lot of trouble. And I know that you and Vicey are the only ones who can help him.
Vicey?
Tell me about this guy.
He lives in this really big house down south. And he's super nice, and he's my friend. So you have to help him.
Yona,
Please.
great. Now what do I do? Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Yay!
Great. Yona's got a boyfriend.
Is something amiss, lad? Your voice is trembling.
No, it isn't. Shut up.
How can these creatures let us dispatch them without complaint? And what would make them appear in this area in the first place? It is hardly what one would call especially fertile ground.
We have been waiting for you, sirs. Please.
Alright, now I get to be able to go in, because I wasn't able to before. Oh god, it feels like I'm playing Resident Evil. It's literally like Resident Evil. It's so interesting.
Please, wait here.
Waiting's a bitch. Just let me know if any shades show up, okay?
This is literally just like a Resident Evil game. This is kind of cool.
I do not like this one bit.
What's the matter, Vice? Scared?
Perhaps.
Only that last photo though. Let's see it better. This one. The keyhole marked darkness here.
Hey, where...
I knew this was a terrible idea. Haunted manors and the like. Oh.
Let's see. Camera change there. Here. That chain?
What's this? The picture has changed.
This one. Oh god, flashbang. What's the inside?
It looks like it's in pain. It's kind of scary.
Yes. Come now. Brave faces. Onward and upward, eh? Yes.
Shades!
What foul hole did they crawl from?
Oh, I just dirtied the carpet. My bad. Oh, that's for the moon key. Oh, neat. Let's not go that way. Through the doors first. It is if the story. Star here. Oh, spider. Free money from me. And music's going.
You're a male. Young. Not even 20.
You figured that out from my footsteps?
It's not hard once you know how.
Then I suppose I should tell you about my friend Vice.
I only heard one set of footsteps.
Grimoire Weiss does not strut about like a common land mammal. But enough of this introductory chatter. Let us hear your tale.
My name is Emil. I'm the master of this manor.
It is Emil.
So you're the one who sent the letters?
Letters? What are you talking about?
Of course you don't know. Such a thing would be far too simple.
No! Stay back!
Huh?
I'm sorry. It's my eyes. Anything I look at gets turned to stone. That's why I live with this blindfold.
What a remarkable skill. I've never heard of such a thing.
Anyway, I suppose my butler might know more about the letters you received. This key here can unlock any door in the manor. So if you'd like my assistance...
No, please. Don't trouble yourself. We can get around on our own.
Oh, right. Sure. Well, here's the key then. The butler's quarters are at the far end of the manor. Let me at least give you a map. It's a big place, and I don't want you to get lost.
Starkey. I know where that is.
Vice, what should we do about Kaine?
Leave her. That woman is capable enough on her own.
Fair enough.
Jeez, remind me to never get on your bad side.
Yeah.
What's that?
A butler, or at least a remarkable likeness of one. I knew this was a trap. Curse my brilliant intuition.
Weird. I think I really am playing Resident Evil.
Shades!
I at least want my silver. Seems to be in there. Sure. Ugh. Turn it off at least. The wood isn't cheap, you know? Hey. All this way for nothing, eh? Missed something in one of these rooms. Oh, I did. One open. Oh, of course I would. Far too easy. Just light key.
Is that another one?
Oh.
It moves!
What's going on here?
Sir?
What is this?
Oh, this is my butler. He helps me out around the manor. He's a good man at heart, but a bit inflexible. Almost like a statue.
Yes, and I do apologize for that, Master Emil.
I doubt he's even human.
We're here because my sister received some letters from this manor.
Yes, I wrote those letters. Please forgive my impertinence. As you may know, Master Emil, deeply pained by his eyes, has shut himself away from the world. He suffers greatly behind that blindfold, and I feel it is my duty to help however I can. I heard tale of the exploits of an emerging hero, and so I sent a letter to you under Master Emil's name. But I received a response from one Miss Yona instead.
Wait, so Yona's pen pal is you?
It is, sir. My letters merely requested that you come to the manor. I meant no ill intent.
I believe Yona saw the exchange somewhat differently.
Yeah, sounds like she misunderstood the situation.
Regardless, I am quite pleased to see you here. Long have I dreamed of the day we might be able to do something about Master Emil's eyes.
I see.
Yes, well, I am afraid we, or at least this lad beside me, is neither hero nor physician, so if you'll excuse us...
Please, we're so close. The cure for Master Emil's condition is located in this very manor.
Then why don't you just go get...
Alas, the location of the cure has become a den for those abominable shades, and I lack the skill to combat them. I beg of you, defeat the shades and restore Master Emil's sight.
You know this is an impossible task. Why would you ask it of our guests?
Well, we've no more time to waste, so...
It's okay. We'll do it.
See here, lad. This is no time to play the hero.
People need to look out for each other, Vice. Plus, we have to find Kaine anyway.
1,000 thank yous. I owe you a debt that can never be repaid.
I'm really sorry for all the trouble. My butler cares so much for me, but for him to make such outlandish requests... But hey, at least I can petrify your enemies. That's gotta be some help, right? I can't let you do this on your own, so I'll be right here if you need me. Maybe my eyes can be useful for once.
Oh, it changed again. Fuck. The other one changed? Oh, yeah. Fuck. I wish I could see that one better, but I just can't. Some dude in armor. Sword, Blade of Teachery. Whoa. I wanna look at that sword. Teacher details. Oh, that's weird. Heavy. Forging recipe. 10 copper ore and a simple machine. Good story. The sisters were puppets of complex machinery, so fine their construction that any who laid eyes upon them assumed they were human in every way. The embodiment of man's greatest technological achievements. They walked away like humans, ate like humans, laughed like humans, and the one thing they could not do, however, was shed tears, for they were not designed in that way. I know who that's talking about. Rebirth, that's right. This here weapon that'll end your life. Aw, don't sweat it. If there's nothing to worry about. It'll be a pain. The likes of which you'll never felt before. In fact, you won't even feel pain at first. It'll be more like water sliding across your skin. Honestly, for most folks, it ain't the pain that makes them scream. It's the sight of their own blood flowing out of them. There is a legend of long ago that speaks of a nation threatened by a great inferno. This nation, however, was saved by the eternal hellfire by a sword, with the power to freeze anything. Around the sword stood thousands upon thousands of human ice sculptures. Does this thing actually have a effect? No, it doesn't. Roll both. In here though, it'd be kind of like a library or something. Locked. And I can't dodge. It's very XP rate, item drop down. Let's do XP rate. 2 to 6. Oh, I have Gabby. Nice. It's Phantasm. Blast. Wait, let me check his martial arts. Or 6%. Still works just fine. Let's think here.
This is it. We should find the cure somewhere nearby.
Bah, I do not like anything about this place.
What the hell is that? Nice, like one.
This book's kind of like you, Vice.
Oh, aren't we clever? As if any mere tome could compare to the wonderment that is Grimoire Vice. Petrification is a fearsome power indeed. Pages of this infernal book are sharp as knives.
Guess you never learned that trick, huh? There's no end to this.
Petrify him!
Best girls here.
Heine!
And where have you been,
Lost. Where have you been?
Getting stomped by this thing. Help!
This foe's strength is beyond measure.
What do we do?
I am an arcane text, not some manual of combat. You are supposed to deal with such matters.
You guys run! I'll hold it off while you escape!
Who's this kid?
That's Emil. He's the one who runs this...
Fuck! This book is a real asshole!
Yeah.
She's not even listening.
She's too busy vomiting filth disguised as language.
You guys go! This is my fight! I can't ask you to die for me!
Aye, aren't we the bold one? And yet I fear that would be a foolish course of action at this juncture.
And besides, we'd never let you do that.
Would you all please just shut the hell up?
What?
I'm just saying, if you bastards want to have a goddamn civilized discussion on the merits of bravery and sacrifice, we can do it later!
Is this your way of encouraging us?
Have we truly sunk to motivational speeches from a woman in her undergarments?
I guess so. Let's go. Now.
Dang, fuck. That's kind of annoying. Oh, I thought it was done.
Vice, this is it.
Research report on petrification. Well, well.
Wait, I saw that earlier. Dark whirlwind magic. Attack with rotating blades. Increased charge into.
Oh no! This passage is written in some kind of code. We went through all this trouble to find it, and now...
Oh look, Jeeves is back.
Please allow me to handle this, Master Emile. I shall put all of my efforts into deconstructing this cipher. No matter how long it takes, I will not fail.
Sebastian.
Ah, so the servant has a name after all.
Definitely a reference. So I think Sebastian's the name of the butler from Black Belt.
Emile, listen to me.
What is it, Kaine?
Your eyes are not a sin. Don't ever be ashamed of them. They're a vital part of you. Do you understand?
What's this? A shade? How did you...
This arm is an accursed weapon. I thought I would only need it until I had earned my revenge. Once that happened... I figured it was all over. But there's a reason I'm alive. That my arm is alive. And there's a reason for your eyes, too.
Kaine.
But listen. If this shade should ever...
No! Kaine, I promise I'll never give up, Kaine. But you can't give up either.
Well, we're off.
All right.
Hey, so Yona's sick, and she doesn't get out much. Do you think you might be able to send her more letters when you have the time?
I would be delighted, sir.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for everything.
Take care, Emile. I hope your eyes get better soon.
I saw you exchange some words with that Emile lad earlier. Hopefully it was nothing inappropriate for a young man of his age. Speak the truth, hussy!
Look. Shut up.
Yeah, calm down, Vice. We've got our hands on all the sealed verses now.
All that remains is to find this grimoire noir.
Then we can finally save Yona.
Weird, that shade's not there anymore. Huh. Strange. Okay, interesting so far. Don't know why exactly it's giving me a whole nother thing here.
Yona, you need to lie down.
I know.
It won't be much longer, I promise. I finally collected all of the sealed verses. Now, I just need to find Grimoire Noir.
It sounds dangerous. Will you be okay?
Of course I will.
Is this gonna make me better? Is my cough going to go away?
Definitely. Yona?
You're not gonna hate me because of this, are you?
What are you talking about?
It's just... I don't want you to hate me because of this terrible disease.
Yona, I could never hate you. I'm gonna go see if Popola has more medicine.
Gold.
Yona's looking weaker and weaker every day.
Yes, but do not lose.
Popola, Yona's cough is getting worse.
Oh, that's not good.
Any chance you could give me some more medicine? Please?
The thing is, I actually just ran out. I hate to ask this, but can you get me some vapor moss? You'll find it growing near the southern gate.
Welcome back, Phoenix. And
Vapor moss, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be right back.
I'm still running errands, it feels like, in this game. So. That's alright. I don't know what's up about Nier and its side quests, but I don't mind doing them. Birthday? What the hell do you mean happy birthday? What is up with this meme? My birthday was a long way ago. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I didn't even notice it. I didn't process it for whatever reason. I forgot it says that. What's here?
Emil.
Where's Emil? Yeah, so you missed it. So we just met this character, and basically he's not blind. He can still use his eyes. It's just he's like Medusa. He looks at anything and just turns any like human creature to stone.
Emil.
So that's why he has the blindfold. Yeah, I don't know. He came out from through the gate, so he must have been attacked or something.
He doesn't seem to be sick. I think it's just fatigue. I can't imagine how hard it must have been to run all this way without sight.
Are you alright, Emil?
I can see it.
Then
Hey,
go
just
eat.
take it easy, okay?
The air. It's vibrating. I can feel it behind my
Still left
eyes.
some time. I was about to say, you can
So
go
much
grab something
pressure.
quick to eat.
Oh God, there's so many of them. Get out. Get out of the village. The shades are coming.
Huh? Sounds like they're already here.
Come on, let's go.
It's all grayed out. It was like overcast a moment ago. Unless it's just the... Oh, case report. Mutations found in subcantellar cell structure, rise in mental disorder, external fractures, airborne transmission. I didn't get to read all that.
Damn it! It's not gonna hold!
Oh shit.
The shades are attacking!
This song's familiar. This definitely is one they used in Automata. Where are they coming in from? They're coming in from there. Let's be everything.
The hell's going on?
No time! Get everyone into the library! And please, make sure Yona's safe.
Don't worry. Just don't get yourself killed.
I won't. Now go, Devila. We have to stop them before they destroy the village!
Dispatch these smaller ones as fast as you can.
I'll kill every last one of you!
You whelps are hardly worthy of our steel.
Come on, bring everything you got!
Pathetic. Even in death they disgust me.
I won't let any of you past me!
Shears.
Hurry! Hurry! Get the wounded to the library!
Oh. That is a very big lab. Looks like something from like Pacific Rim.
Dear God, what is that brute?
I don't know. We gotta take it down.
The arms are vulnerable when it attacks.
Whoa. Grayson.
I need to get closer and make him attack.
Hey, buddy. heal. Come on, dude, do the slime. Great. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh. First time I've seen that. One arm down, one more to go.
Okay, that's not good.
Oh, did it regen? I didn't see it. Wish I could see that. Yep, it sure did. Okay.
A regenerating shade. How will we even know if our attacks are working?
We'll just have to keep hitting it until we find out. We can climb up from here.
Climb as fast as you can. Perhaps its interior is more vulnerable.
So then fire some magic into its mouth.
It's not doing much.
Where it's heading.
Like hell it is.
That doesn't look good.
We can't let it get to the library, no matter what.
This boss is a little interesting. The Batman.
This isn't working.
So what do we do?
And
You guys having a good time? Huh?
Kaine!
Underestimate us at your own peril, fiend.
Keep hitting it. At some point, it's gotta start working.
Is she trying to raise our morale, or is she honestly that insane?
Either one works for me. Let's go!
It's heading toward the library.
No, that's where Yona is.
You're gonna die today, shithog!
Shithog? Oh, come now, that's not even a real word. You're almost there. Keep pushing. That beast will crush you to a paste.
Looks like you learned how to swing that thing.
I'm glad you noticed.
I actually just not kill it. I can kill it.
You really know how to put up a fight, Kaine.
Come on, keep pushing it! You stubborn son of a bitch!
I love Kaine's style.
Did you leave your strength in your other pair of undergarments?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh no, Shade's in the library. Yona! Emil, you okay? Can't keep fighting like this.
I have to. There's no other choice. Otherwise, why did I even come here?
Get out of here, Emil!
No! I won't abandon these people now! You told me once that my eyes had value, and that I shouldn't be ashamed of them. You told me that even a life like mine had purpose. So I won't just sit around and let you fight while I stay behind.
Emil.
Just don't die on me.
I won't, Kaine. Let's take care of these shithogs.
Where is...
I like it.
Is there no way to kill this infernal thing?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Perhaps we can chase it to the basement and seal it there. Those walls are thick rock. I doubt even this beast could break them.
Works for me.
Great. I love basements.
Basement. Here.
Down the basement.
Shit!
It's healing too quickly.
Please tell me you have an idea.
Stop. Come on, Mac. Stop swinging.
Knock it down the basement.
There we
Give me the key! Right!
No!
Wait, what? Huh?
Dear God.
Yoda!
It's the other Grimoire, but I don't know who that character is.
Is that the leader of these creatures?
Stay back, Kaine! Seal the door!
What? I'm so confused.
Finally.
Where am I?
It's been a long time, Grimoire Weiss.
Who are you? What is this place?
I am Grimoire Noir. I am you.
What?
Do you not remember, Grimoire Weiss? We two serve a higher purpose.
Enough lies. Stay back.
Why do you try to suppress the memory? Do you fear hurting someone close to you?
Preposterous.
Your denial is preposterous. We are mere books created to serve the Shadow Lord. You have no right to forsake him.
The Shadow Lord?
Do you remember our ultimate goal?
Our ultimate goal?
White and black shall fuse to one and set free shades to the world.
Fuse? Us? No, I cannot. I will not. I will never!
Your chance encounter with this boy. Your collection of the sealed verses. It was all set in motion by the Shadow Lord himself.
No. Lies.
The time has come for us to create a new and perfect world. We shall become as one, you and I.
Become one.
Vice, you dumbass!
Kaine.
Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry. Maybe I'll rip your pages out one by one, or maybe I'll put you in the goddamn furnace. How can someone with such a big smart brain get hypnotized like a little bitch, huh? Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Vice a big sloppy kiss, Shadow Lord. Now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking
Oh
helping
my
us.
god, Kaine.
I am one with the shadow. Huh? Bitch.
The grimoires exist to create in this world a new and just paradise.
So much.
We must unite. The world demands it.
Paradise.
Yes, and we are so close to realizing it.
Please don't go, Vice.
Who's there?
It's okay. I'll understand. I'll understand if you forget us. But I promise I won't forget you. I'll remember you, no matter what. I'll keep the memory of Grimoire Weiss alive forever. And that's not all I'll do. You hear me? I'll chase you to the end of time, and I'll bring you back to us. So, Weiss, please. Please come back.
Damn it, we need to stop him. If we don't do something, that black book will absorb Vice.
Black. White. Black. White.
Yes, now we shall unite in common purpose. Then the world can finally bear witness to our true power.
Vice! Vice!
just noticed the character is left-handed. That's weird. Oh, he's right-handed. I don't know why he picked it up with the left hand.
For the last time, my name is Grimoire Weiss, and it is not to be abbreviated.
Vice!
Vice!
Good to see you, Kaine. Although I don't think anyone has ever accused me of being a little bitch before. And you, we meet again.
Vice, you okay?
I believe I could ask you the same question right now.
Impossible. We must unite. We must become as one.
I don't like you, and I want nothing to do with you. Besides, I have my companions.
You're back!
Of course, they're weak, and they whine when I leave.
Vice!
It's almost too much trouble, but they are my friends. I shall fight by their side, now and forever.
Vice, thanks.
Layering magic.
Damn you. Our true memories are still there. How dare you ignore them?
Perhaps you should have scribbled them in my margins. Let us start by dispatching the nearby distractions. I can't use my magic.
Let's see what he does auto a lot.
Stolen the sealed verses.
I'll get them back, Vice.
Ho, ho! It will take more than that to make us flinch. And you are the last one left, Noir.
Or address me by my proper name, fool!
I love that one. I think it's the one he even used in. Or at least there's a version.
We have reclaimed my power. Good heavens! The roof is about to collapse. Here it comes. Stay back.
I can't run now.
What?
Vice!
No!
That thing stretched out like a model that is what
You will understand in time.
Yona! Get up!
No!
Give my sister back!
No matter how things unfold, it all returns to us. All of it.
Yona! Yona! Yona!
My man should not be alive right now.
Are you okay? Yona, is this blood?
The fight's over. And I think we lost.
We?
Sorry, guys. I think this is it. For me, too.
Kaine, no!
Oh, quit crying. Look, before I go, we need to take care of this guy. Emil,
Yeah?
I want you to... I want you to petrify me. You can use me to keep this thing locked away down there.
No! I can't!
Kaine! Stop!
He's right! It's suicide! You can't do it!
Your powers exist to protect others, right?
Kaine!
Just do it, Emil.
But...
If you don't, it's gonna break down this fucking door!
I don't know what to do!
Oh god. Fuck, I don't know which one to pick. Yeah, let's go ahead and petrify her then.
Kaine!
No more crying, okay? Grow strong. Never lose hope. Vice.
Spare me the goodbye, hussy. I imagine it will take more than this to kill you.
I doubt it.
Wait for me, Yona. Wait for me, Kaine.
Rolling away from me.
I swear.
I'm gonna create 2 save files. No, I'll fill all 3 of them. It's fine. But Successful test case. A successful test case has been discovered and detained. The specimen's cooperation has been requested according to the treatment. Specimen will continue on classified basis. Wide range of variation. 5 years later. Oh, cool.
Don't let your guard down. I guess that was a tad obvious.
Oh, cool. I don't turn this off. Ah.
Enough horseplay.
Ooh, spear's fun. Much as this is not enjoyable to fight for me.
Yet another poor victim.
Damn it. When will this stop? It's dangerous here. You should get back.
Oh, God! Oh, get up, honey. Please. Get up!
Goddamn shades are even attacking the village now.
And armored ones, no less. This village of yours seems to be changing for the worse.
It's all the Shadow Lord's fault. That one day changed everything.
5 long years.
It's been 5 years since they took my sister. I spent every waking moment searching for her, but all I found is heartache and despair. This world is winding down. Between the shades and the black scrawl, there won't be anyone left soon. My life now, and my purpose, is hunting shades. Someday I'll find a clue that will lead me to the Shadow Lord. I believe that. I have to.
Popola called for you, yes?
Yeah.
We lost a good deal of time with that.
Yeah.
You sure might came in from the roof.
Look at you. I think you've grown even taller.
Yeah? It's hard for me to tell anymore. But you haven't changed a bit, Popola. What's your secret?
I see your flattery skills are improving as well.
No, it's true. You look the same as the day I first met you.
Okay, now you're just embarrassing me. Anyway, here. This
Oh,
is
I
from
hate
Emil.
those lines. Hi, Koma. Hey, it's me, Emil. Sorry I've been quiet for so long. Are you and Weiss getting along? Still using big words and making everyone feel dumb? I bet he is. Anyway, I recently stumbled upon some records that might help us in curing Ine's purification. Do you mind coming in here to take a look? Thanks, I'll be waiting.
Well, well. Perhaps the time has come to save Kaine.
I take it this means you'll be leaving the village.
Sorry. I know the shades have been rough lately.
It's okay. Go. Just be careful.
Okay, well, I've streamed for 3 hours, so let me quickly go save, and then I will... I'll check out his secondary outfit real quick. I think Ine's is... I think it's 2B. If it's not 2B, then it's... And I know his is 9S, so I want to check out the adult version. So that's kind of the era. Wardrobe. Old Gorha. Apparently you can switch magic items, but I do. Oh, look, it's a little pod down at the bottom. That might have been why then. If it was giving me a pod loading, it might have been because I have Gorha set on. I never really connected the dots there. Oh, It's just a more adult looking item. That's cool. That's cool. It sucks that I can't just change all of it here. Why I have to go all the way back to. Alright, I'm gonna shift it back. I might be done streaming today. What time is it? It's 9:07. That will do it for me. Adios.